Hey everybody, welcome to Life Sunny Lea with Kathy Jarvis. And today we're going to review the dog water fountain that I got for Dusty. Now, I got this about a week ago because she was having some crystals in her urine, and I thought she wasn't drinking enough water, and one of the things I wanted to encourage was her drinking water. And I realized that every time I poured water out of the jug, she would try to drink the water that was running and not drinking the water that was in the bowl. So I thought, how about a water fountain to see if that will help her increase the amount of water she drinks. So I ordered this water fountain off of Amazon, and I also ordered extra filters for it because you're supposed to change the filter every month. And it comes, you have to assemble it somewhat. You have to put the filter in, and you soak the filters in water for 5 minutes before you can install it. And there's a little area underneath this lid right here that the filter goes into. And you just open up that compartment, pop the filter in, and then close it, and that's it. There is a pump in there. It's very, very quiet, and it has a little sponge that goes in it to on the side of it to help filter the water. It also comes with this little brush to help clean out anything that needs to be cleaned out. So you have to put the pump in and put the sponge in the pump, and then you connect a connecting pipe to it, and you put the filter in, and then you put the tray on top, and then it comes with this spigot. You have to push that in, and it comes with the battery. Now you have to charge the battery before you use it, but it doesn't take long to charge. And it's motion controlled. As you go by, when the dog goes by, it turns on the water, or you can press it different modes. You can press here again, and you can have it running continuously. You can turn it completely off, or you can have it on a timer where it does every I think 20 minutes, if I remember correctly. It'll pump. I've got this on so it sensors when she goes by, or when anything goes by, it runs the water, because I think the water needs to be circulated through the pumping, not just be stagnant, because she's not always in here, and so I don't want it not being moving while she's not in here. I want it to continue to move. So your battery, you hook it up to the wall and charge it, and it's good for a long time. One thing I like about it is that it has this light that comes on every time the motion works on, and you can see the water level. You can see the water level through here, so you know when to add water. Okay, they recommend that you change the water every 3 days. When you do it, power it off, remove the foam filter and the cartridge, and rinse them with clean water, and then clean the water container and the tray, dry it, and then add your new water. So they recommend you do that every 3 days or so, depending on how many animals you have and how often it's being used. The water pump itself needs to be cleaned regularly, and you just basically pull it apart and use a little brush and clean it, and change the filters. Okay, this battery has been going for almost 2 weeks now, and I have not had to recharge it. And I think I read somewhere where it says it can go up to 60 days without being recharged. It holds 1.8 gallons of water. It's wireless. You don't have to have it near a plug in or anything. It has 3 working modes I told you about. You can power it either by the battery, or you can also have it plugged into the wall and the battery constantly charging. It can be used indoors or outdoors, but if it's outdoors, they suggest that you have it under a covered area. It takes a Type C rechargeable, and the pump is very, very quiet. You can't hardly hear it when it's going on. And Shag says she's had it for a week. She loves it. She's drunk a lot more water with it. Oh, she's had it for 2 weeks, and she's drunk a lot more water with it. And she hasn't bothered the battery or anything. She sniffed it, but she hasn't bothered it. And I think it's going to be very helpful. And the funny thing is that she just had a vet appointment last Friday to check on those crystals in her urine. She has no bacteria, but she still has crystals. So he, not knowing that I had this water fountain, he suggested that I use a water fountain to get her to drink more water. And he also suggested distilled water. He did not know I changed it from well water to bottled water. But he did suggest distilled water for a while. So we are changing it to distilled water. It's half and half in here right now. I wasn't going to dump out the spring water just, because it costs too much. And I don't know, distilled water doesn't have much taste, so I wanted her to get used to it slowly. So I did half and half. I just added a gallon of distilled water to this. And so it's completely full. And she's been drinking out of it. And we take her back in 2 weeks and test and see if we can get these crystals to dissolve or not anymore, to form. And I thought it was odd that, not odd, but interesting that I'd already gotten this and the vet suggested it. He also suggested that we feed her Purina large breed puppy food, which we have been doing since the beginning. So the only change that we can make is the distilled water. And like I said, we'll try that for the 2 weeks and see if that helps. But I know this water fountain has definitely made her drink more water. So, if you have a dog that needs to drink more water, this is a good option. If you're going to be away on vacation for a couple days, like a weekend or something, and you want to leave water for the dog, this is a great solution. It's got the filter, so you know you're going to have good water. It's holds a lot of water for them, so it'd be a good solution for if you have to go for a weekend and you want to make sure they have plenty of water. So I hope that you got something out of this video. Like, share, subscribe, comment below if you've tried water fountains and you've had any problems with them, or if they've been a success. I would like to know. And if your dogs have had crystals in their urine, especially puppies, let me know how that turned out too. So remember, like, share, subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.